Hey guys, welcome back or to the channel. So today we're going to do another tool review. It's actually not on this unit here, but this is a part of the review. So this is my table saw. I've had it, I'm going to say about 30 years, if not longer. Don't want to say how old I am, but it's been a great table saw for me. Never let me down. It's a Ryobi. I've got my my router plate mounted to this. Done multiple projects. That's for the router. That's my homemade fence guide. This slider. The issue I'm having with this is space. Now, in saying that, I've originally modified this actual table, its stand itself, that I can take a couple of screws down and it'll fold over. It's not really compact enough. I need it to be easy to move around. I did put casters on it. It wasn't the greatest idea because when I'm working on the actual table saw, even when I lock it, it shifts. So in saying that, I went ahead and purchased I don't know if you guys can see that. Now that's a Dewalt Table Saw Stand. Does it fit on that? Not sure. Can I make it fit? I'm pretty sure I can. I'm hoping so. It's had really good reviews. So let's open her up and take a look. Let me grab a knife and see how much complicated this thing is to put together. Oops, sorry guys, smacking into the camera. Actually, you know what we'll do? We'll move this out of the way. Of course. Put that out of the way. Maybe we'll put it on top of there and see if I can open it. Okay. Got my tires. Not bad, pretty thick tires. Got some bolts. Comes with the tools to put it together. Allen key, little wrench. Not sure what that's for. I'm not sure what that's for. So let's put them aside. Let's grab the manual and see how difficult this thing is to put together. It doesn't look like it is. Looks like some framing. Okay, those are plates for the saw to mount. Okay. Well, that's that. And it's saying to put the rubber corks in there for this thing. I don't see any rubber corks. Oh, there they are. Try to follow the instructions to the T here. Of course, they got holes in it and they got to line up. Okay, so that works. Okay. Let's see. Okay, so we'll put this aside, like so. Some more nuts and bolts. Oops. Oh, that's coming out. It's no good. Okay, so it's very similar to my miter saw stand. Now, the reason why I went with this one is because I own the miter stand, and it was very well built, so I'm very happy with it. So I'm hoping that I will have the same experience with this guy. Somewhat put together. Doesn't look too complicated, but we'll figure it out. I think that's for the wheels. Not bad. I think everything's out of here. Okay. We'll rip that apart and get rid of it. Okay, so this guy, if I'm not mistaken, will sit like this. And this guy, if I'm not mistaken, somehow or other, sits like that. Okay, that makes sense. Now, let's grab that. Huh. Okay. Yeah, shows that sliding in. Okay, so it suggests putting the wheels on next. So that means I got to flip this guy over because the wheels go on this back side. Okay. And there's bolts that go in there. Allen key, I think. All right, so let me see what screws go in there so we can tighten that up. Okay, we know that. They're small ones. Where are these small ones that... They're right here. I wonder if I should put some Loctite on these guys. Well, we'll do it like this for now and see. If they loosen up, I'll throw some Loctite on them. I don't think they will. There we go. That's that. We'll do this side. So they're just a small little Allen key bolt. It's pretty compact. Seemed to be welded pretty good. Pretty thick gauge. Interesting. Okay, that's tightened up. So we got a handle that goes there. And we got a bar for the tires. So the bar for the tires is right here, which is interesting. And where exactly does that go? That's interesting. Don't want that to drop. Okay guys, so this piece goes here. And I guess these are bumpers that go on top of here. And they're nut and bolts with Teflon washer. And that goes like so. If I'm not mistaken. Oops. It goes in like that. What did I do with the other? Oh, it's right here. I'll line that guy up. Just hand tighten for now, and then I'll tighten them up. In actual fact, what I'll do is I'll go get a ratchet unit and chew it that way. So I never put one of these together before, guys, so definitely going to be a learning curve, I'm sure. But we'll follow the instructions the best we can. Now I looked on YouTube to see if I could see a video with someone doing that, and I couldn't find anything, so This is definitely going to be, I guess, a MacGyver of some sort. We'll figure it out. A bar that's got to go on that side. Doesn't really show exactly how that goes there. So it's this guy. Okay. And he is mounted through there like so. Okay. Is he mounted on the outside? Double check. And we can't lock these guys. I guess this is so that we don't crush that pipe. Now, it is using these are short, these are extra long. That's not the ones for that. I'm assuming oh, I see. And a tire goes into that. Okay. Okay, guys, so this bar here mounts right where we're at, and that's for the wheels. We'll tighten it up. That's good. Now this guy, if I'm not mistaken, will mount right here. I'm just going to put one of the bolts in to hold it. I'm going to put this guy back in. And this plastic is basically so if you're torquing the nut, you're not squeezing or crushing the pipe, which makes sense. Well thought out. That one's there. That one goes in here. It's an Allen key. So we'll get the Allen key in there and we'll tighten them up. I had the Allen key somewhere here. The opposite side. Okay, I guess not. What did I do with it? Oh, there it is. Okay. Now, what I'm kind of surprised is that there's no washer for this tire. And I think what I did is I put the washer on the back of this thing, and that wasn't supposed to be there. So let's loosen this up. I'll take the washer out, because I think that washer's got to be in the back of that tire. Would make sense. Yeah. All right, and we'll put this guy back on. we go. Loosen this guy up. Take that other washer out. It was in that package, so I thought the washers went on here. But I guess not. That's okay. We'll get this guy on here. Just lightly put that there. Tighten this guy back up. Tighten that wheel up. Nice. Tighten this wheel up. No, it's pretty straightforward. Okay, so let's put her down on the ground. Nice. Nice to roll around. Feels pretty heavy. Now these, I'm pretty sure, are for mounting of the table saw. So that's the one that we'll most likely have to alter somehow. But I'll figure that out. So the way this works is you've got your clamp. You push down. Push down, push up, push up, and there we go. Nice. Looking good. And if I'm not mistaken, these are the guys. I think mount like so, and then those mount to the table saw. So these are going to have to be altered somehow, and I think I can alter those front and back to make that table saw fit. But let's measure the table saw. Let me see how wide that table saw is. Don't know how wide that is, but let's find out. So 19 and a half. What do we got here? Oh, it's 19 and a half. It's perfect. So that should work out great, guys. And width, 19 and a half. That should work out good. So that's the back, that's the front. But see how the legs are wider out? So it allow you to push, which is good. That's awesome. So now we got to take this guy apart and we'll see how it goes. Good morning, guys. It's the next morning. So we're back on this table saw and my tool review on the table saw stand from Dewalt. So I've got the stand all together. You guys saw that. We're going to take this off. We're going to take it apart. I'm going to take all the apparatus off just so we don't damage anything, and I'm going to unbolt it from here so we can flip it around and take a look and see if I can get that mounted on there. So let me start taking that apart. Let me take a little zip of my my daily coffee, my daily Tim's. Put that back up here. So let's take this apart and see how we do. Okay, we don't want to destroy anything, so I'm just gonna clean this guy here, my router. That there. This guy here I'm not too worried about. Go. So this originally I had screwed in, so we're going to have to take it apart. There's some self-tappers on there. If I can get it off without destroying everything. That one came off. Come off. And that one came off. All right. We're good. Let me move this out of the way. I will take that apart and take the piping that I've made, take it off, and see if I can save some of that. So should be pretty easy to lift. So what I'm thinking of doing is flipping it upside down. Of course, remnants of my projects. And what I will do is once I have it upside down, I clean it up. There we go. So I can see what I got going on. This is definitely a well-built unit. It's done very well for me. So we know that we have the rudder on that side. Let's move this stand. So, I'm trying to remember what side is the wider foot side. I think this is the wider side. Sticks out further. So that goes that way. So let's see how this will actually sit on top. And will it? So we need space for that router. If I'm not mistaken, the router is on what side? Router is on this side. Is it on this side? No, it's on that side. It's on the plug side. So it's a little wide. Now, that's where we're gonna have an issue. We've got lots of room here to mount. I got one side mounted nicely, but I can't get the other side. So I had bent one of the plates to see if I put it on there, would I be able to get away with mounting it on there? And I can, which is good. So one's tight and one would be off to the side a bit. Now I gotta straighten that out a bit because it's crooked, but I think I can get away with that. Okay. And here, I can screw right through, make a mark, drill right through, and mount it. That seems to be even. The spacing here seems to be even somewhat. So I think we're going to be okay. Will this plate cover? So we got to make sure that everything will work. And what I'm concerned about is that I have enough clearance for this guy. And I do. So I think we're going to be okay. Because that sits above. And that sits above. But we want to be able to make sure that that's hitting the ground when we tip the unit over. That side I have enough clearance, I think. Let me grab a tape measure. What did I do with it? I didn't have my head screwed on straight. I wouldn't find that either. Oh, great. Oh, there it is. Okay, 1 second, guys. I got it. So, this plate is 10 and a half. 10 and a half. So if that goes in here, so that clears it, no problem. What we need to make sure is that we clear that, no problem. And we clear that, no problem. So we're good. We're good. So we're going to drill 2 holes through this guy. And we'll mount them here. And that side, we will put the plate. Now I've got the one corner on there, so it should be sturdy enough. I think we're going to be okay. I think we're going to be okay, guys. So, let's see if I can straighten out one I had bent is slightly crooked, so I got to straighten that out. I think we're good. That's going to work out good. Okay, let me mount this in there temporarily and see. Now they gave us a bunch of nuts and bolts. I'm pretty sure that's what these are for. See if this works out. It would be great. Why is this one different? Okay. We want the bigger one. Okay, so they're all different for some odd reason. That's interesting. Huh. Okay, hold on a second. I don't want to lose them all. So we're gonna go with these are heavier. I wonder if because I bent it, that's why she's giving me a hard time. Okay, I think we're good. So like I was saying, guys, there's no videos out there showing anybody trying to do this. So I was kind of hoping that it would work, and I think it's going to. So we still got some really nice weather in TO. See if this guy fits. little bit bigger of a bit. Thought that was the right size, I guess not. That should do it. Pretty well where I need it to be. There you go, guys. You can see that. So guys, I got it in the upward position. I brought you in a little closer. Let's see how she does. Let me just move it in a place I can actually lift. Wow, that's awesome. So let's move it over here so you guys can see what I got going on. Okay, so I got to get the router back on here. So let's get the router back on and see how it does with everything on it. That's that. And I'm gonna make a clip, I guess, for this guy. Maybe what I'll do is I'll make a clip that fits in here somehow. We'll figure that out. Take that out. Okay. Put my plate back in. I feel like I have that on right. Goes there. Now this guy here I'll put on just to hold that piece of melamine not to fall out. Should do it the right way. Come on now. All right, that's good enough. That holds it. That'll hold that from falling out. That's good. I got my stand down there. It's clear. Let me wrap up this wire. That's that. And this guy. Is there. Now this guy's got to be tightened a bit because it keeps falling off. Yeah. There. Let's see if this is better by any per se. That's good. Shouldn't come off. Nice and sturdy. Well done, Dewalt. Well done. This is a win for Dewalt. I like that. Okay, so let's flip it over. Let's see how hard it is to flip over now that it's loaded. So we're gonna go ahead, flip her over. I'll put my feet on the foot. Lower that guy. Lower that guy. Lower that guy. Lower that guy. And then you got your foot. And there she is, guys. Use your roll. Nice about it is it can be laid down on the ground to work on if need be, which is nice, so I don't even have to put her on her feet. Quite happy with that. That's holding nicely, not coming off. I can store that somewhere else, so I'm not too concerned. That's great. So guys, I think it's a win for Dewalt on this. It worked out really, really well. Very happy with it. Guys, thanks for watching. Consider subscribing. You truly will help me out. And if you like, give me a thumbs up. Thanks a lot, guys.